Good morning, children. Let us discuss about the geography lesson 4 agriculture. In previous class, I have explained about the shifting cultivation. In shifting cultivation is practicing in the places of the Amazon basin, northeast India, and also the how they are practicing the shifting cultivation. So they are going to be cut the trees and the fallen leaves and all the leaves they burnt it. That ash they are going to use as a manure for the soil. They mix it with the soil and they grow the crops, potato, cassava, and also the yam. So these crops they are growing after 2 years. Again they leave that particular place and they are going to the another place also. It is called shifting cultivation or slash and burn agriculture also. This shifting cultivation is known as different names in different parts of the world also. So here jamming and northeast India, milpa, Mexico. Jamming instead of shifting cultivation they called the jamming. That jamming is called in northeast India. Milpa, okay, instead of shifting cultivation they call the milpa in Mexico. Roca in Brazil and also the ladang in Malaysia. So this different names different places they call the shifting cultivation in the different names also. In primitive substance agriculture, one is the shifting cultivation and one more is the nomadic herding. What do you mean by the nomadic herding? Herding means the rearing of the animals. The people they depending on the livestock, that they depending on the animal, like that. So nomadic herding is practiced in the semi-arid and arid regions of Sahara, Central Asia, and some parts of India also, where the land is not properly, there is no water system, and also the fertile, the soil is not good in that particular place. Semi-arid regions, in the dry regions, maximum people they are depending on the uh, animals. So the places of in India, in Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir, in this type of farming, herdsmen move from place to place with their animals for fodder and water along defined routes also. These people depending on the season wide, they go to the one place to another place also for the giving food for their animals. This type of movement arises in a response to climatic constraints and also terrain. Because if you see in a Rajasthan, in summer season it is very hot for their animals. There is no food and it is very hard to get the food also. So they take their animals and they move to one place to another place, like a nomadic. Nomads means the people they go from one place to another place depending on the season wide. If you see in Jammu and Kashmir also, in summer season and rainy season, somewhat it is better only. But if you are seeing in the winter season, the snow will fall, more cool it is. In that moment, these people they go to the another place by taking up their animals also. The constraints and the what are the animals they are going to be rare it. Sheep, camel, yak, and goats are the most commonly reared. The people what are the animals they are rearing specially? Sheep, camel, yak, and goats are the most commonly reared. They provide these animals, sheep, camel, yak, goat, and also the these animals they provide the milk, meat, wool, hides, and other products to the herders and their families also. So depending on the animals, these products they sell in the market, whatever their needs, they are going to be get in the marketplaces also. The depending on the animals, the milk, meat, wool, sheep will give the wool, and this wool they will be selling in the market. Whatever they need they are going to. And also they some they will eat the meat of the animal also, like a goat and other animals also, and they sell and they get the money. So these people they depending on the animals. So it is called the nomadic herding. Nomadic herding means the people with their animals, they move from one place to another place. In picture also they have given the animals are there and the person with that they are going from one place to another place also. So the next one is the commercial farming. In two types of farming we have learned, the first one and also the next one is the commercial farming. In commercial farming, crops are grown and animals are reared for sale in the market. So in a commercial farming, they grow the crops and also they rear the animals, and they are going to be sold in the very big marketplace. The area cultivated and the amount of the capital used is large. Capital means the money they will be using more, spending the more money to grow the crops, spending the more money to rear the animals. In the same way, large quantity they in a big markets they sell their products also. Most of the work is done by machines. Commercial farming includes commercial grain farming, mixed farming, and plantation agriculture also. In the commercial farming, the specially for the large capital purpose only they are going to be grow. In a large they use the heavy machines to dig the land by sowing of the seed, harvesting time to cut the harvest or anything also. They are going to be use the more capital and more profit also they are going to be. Everything it is large, they use more machines. And also the commercial grain, that grain they are going to be selling in the market. Mixed farming, rearing the animals and growing of the crops also. Plantation agriculture. So all these plantation agriculture in commercial farming and mixed farming, each and everything one by one step we will learn also. In commercial grain farming, crops are grown for the commercial purpose only. So commercial, to get the more money, they are going to be grow. Wheat and maize are the common commercially grown grains. They grow the specially the maximum population for their food purpose. They depending on the wheat and maize also. So they are growing the more quantity wheat and maize. Major areas where commercial grain farming is practiced are temperate grasslands of the North America and also the Europe and Asia. Especially in temperate regions only they grow these kinds of the agriculture. These areas are sparsely populated with large farms spreading over hundreds of hectares. Severe winters restrict the growing of season and only single crop can be growing. They grow only the single crop in a hundreds of the hectares of the land they use, and they grow single crop depending on the season and also the large quantity of the area they are going to be use it. So children, commercial farming and the capital they spend the more money, they use the heavy machines, and also they grow the grain and they sell in big markets also. So these commercial farming is practicing especially in the place of the North America, Europe and Asia also. So let us learn about the mixed farming in tomorrow's class. Thank you.